Hello friends, my name is Michelle Fondin and I'm the author of Chakra Healing for Vibrant Energy, Exploring Your 7 Energy Centers with Mindfulness, Yoga, and Ayurveda. And today we're going to focus on the first chakra, Muladhara, and we're going to do yoga poses that correspond to aligning and rebalancing the first chakra. And as we begin, make sure that you have a yoga mat, maybe have a blanket, a folded blanket, and a couple of yoga blocks for you. Let's go ahead and gently come to the floor to begin, and we're going to begin with Pavanamuktasana. To begin with Pavanamuktasana, you want to make sure that your chin is to your chest and your head is flat on the floor. We're going to begin by bringing the right knee to chest and folding the hands and clasping right below the kneecap here. If it's too tough to clasp here, you can go ahead and clasp behind that knee. So we're going to gently relax the shoulders back down to the floor. If you have a hard time bringing your head to the floor, go ahead and place that folded blanket behind your head. We're going to inhale, inflate the belly. And then exhale, bend your elbows, again, relaxing your shoulders and just bringing that knee closer to your chest. In Pavanamuktasana, knee to chest pose, when you start with the right leg, we're actually massaging the ascending colon, the liver, the right kidney, and the transverse colon. And we're just going to breathe deeply here. We're going to do a nice deep belly breath. And exhale, bring it in. And inhale. And exhale. Then release the right leg back down, and we're going to bring the left knee to chest. Make sure the chin is down and you can relax your shoulders, relax your toes too. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, bend your elbows, bringing the knee a little closer in towards your chest. And nice full belly breath here. And exhale. Relaxing it. We're massaging the descending colon, your left kidney, your intestines, just relaxing it. Now in my book, I talk about Mula Bandha, or the root lock, which is basically like doing a Kegel exercise, if you know what a Kegel is. So it's just squeezing the area of the perineum. And you can do these yoga poses, especially the lying down poses, and then doing your Kegels or your Mula Bandha root lock. And with the root lock, you don't actually have to let it go. You can hold it throughout your yoga practice. And let's go ahead and release the left leg. We're going to take up the right knee again, knee to chest, Pavanamuktasana. Hold it here. And let's actually do a nice motion here where we're going to take the right hand and open up the right knee. And we're going to take the left hand and just gently cross it over. And then take your right hand and gently open. And cross it over. Inhale, open it. And exhale, cross. And inhale, open. And exhale, cross it over. Bring the right knee back to the chest. And gently release it down to the earth. Draw your left knee to chest. And we're going to take the left hand and open the knee. And we'll take the right hand and come over to a twist. up the left knee with the left hand and cross it over. We're going to do 2 more. Opening and now cross. And opening and cross it over. Good. Bring the left knee back to chest and then return the leg so you're lying flat down, and just feel your hips, feel your legs and your toes open and relaxed. And get ready to do your pelvic tilts. Still in the lying down position, bring your feet up, feet flat on the floor. Feet are hip width apart. You can bring your arms alongside of you and the palms are facing down. Now, pelvic tilts are a very small movement. Again, we're focusing on the root chakra, Muladhara, which is the base of the spine and the first 3 vertebrae, as well as the pelvic floor. You want to walk your heels in towards your bottom. Feet are about hip width apart and the toes are facing forward. This is really a simple concept. You're going to roll up from the first 3 vertebrae. Just squeeze as you roll up. Hold. And then roll it back down. And then roll, squeeze, and hold. Again, you can hold that root lock, Mula Bandha, and roll it back down. And roll it back up. Squeeze and hold. And roll it back down. And roll it up. Squeeze and hold. And roll it back down. Let's do 4 more, rolling it. And lower. And 3 more. And lowering. 2 more. Make sure you're breathing the whole time. Don't forget to breathe. Holding the breath is never good in any exercise or in life in general. And last one. And lower it down. We're going to bring both knees to chest. Gently roll the back out side to side. Bring the feet to the floor. And we're going to get ready for our seated posture. As you come to sitting, we are going to do Padmasana, Lotus Flexion. Now for Padmasana, I know some people have discomfort in the knees. You can always prop up the knees with yoga blocks if you choose. You can sit on that folded blanket and you can sit crisscross. You don't have to come into a half lotus or a full lotus here, but if you'd like to, you can go ahead and come up into that half lotus. If you're great at full lotus, you know what to do. Now what I'd like you to do to feel the root pressing down as you're doing Padmasana is to take the fleshy parts of your bottom, open them up so you find yourself sitting flat on your sitting bones. We want the spine to be nice and tall. Here, you want to be lifting up through the crown of the head and really feeling your sitting bones pressing down toward the earth. To begin with Lotus Flexion, we're going to interlace the fingers like this, but behind you. So you're going to go ahead and interlace the fingers behind you, drawing the shoulders back and down, and lift up through the spine. Inhale through the belly, and as you exhale, coming forward with your head moving toward the floor. If you can, lift your arms off of your back. Keep on breathing, breathe in deep. And exhale completely. Breathe in and exhale completely. Breathe in and exhale completely. And breathe in, exhale. Bring your hands back down to your bottom. Unfold your hands, roll your shoulders forward. As you come forward, head moves toward the floor. Hold it here and breathe. Rolling it up gently. Go ahead and roll both shoulders up and back. And roll both shoulders forward. And now let's take the other side. We're going to switch the fold of our legs. If you're crisscross, just cross the other foot in front. If you're taking a half lotus, go ahead and put the other foot on top. And for a full lotus, just switch. Now we're going to fold the hands the way we didn't do it before. So if you normally fold your hands and your right index finger comes to the top, go ahead and fold your hands so the left index finger comes to the top. We're going to go ahead and fold our hands behind us, draw the shoulders back, lifting up, and exhale, moving it forward. Again, lifting your hands off of your back. Let your head go as far forward as you can here. Breathing deep. Holding the pose. Nice full breathing. Bring your arms back down to your back. Unclasp the hands, rolling your shoulders forward. Allowing your arms to relax on your mat. Rolling it back up, one vertebra at a time. Rolling shoulders up to your ears and back, and rolling your shoulders forward. And for the next pose, you're going to need a yoga block or something of equal measure for Tadasana, standing mountain pose. To begin with Tadasana, standing mountain pose, you're going to begin standing on your mat with your feet close together and the big toes touching. Spread apart all of your toes and firmly plant all sides of the feet to the floor. Roll the shoulders back and down and lift up the crown of the head without shrugging your shoulders, and allow the crown of the head to float upward. You want to squeeze your bottom so your thighs actually open, and just feel how magnificent it feels to be grounded in this posture. So to help you with the feeling of being grounded, the feeling of the groundedness of the root chakra, Muladhara, we're going to take a yoga block. And for the yoga block, you're going to actually place it in between the upper thighs, mid to upper thighs, and then squeeze the block in between your thighs. Toes are still pointing forward. Now with the same method, you're going to open up the hips by squeezing your bottom and tucking in your belly. Roll the shoulders back and down and lifting up the crown of your head. Now in this pose, Tadasana, as you're actually squeezing the block and pressing your feet downward, you should feel this incredible surge of energy coming up from the earth. It's this amazing feeling of groundedness that you don't normally have when standing. Typically when we're standing, we're shifting to the right side or to the left side, and we're not really standing nice and tall. So let's continue to breathe as you hold this posture. Inhale deeply through the belly and exhale completely. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. Just feel your feet firmly planted to the ground and feel your body stable, like a solid tree trunk or a solid rock or something that is more solid than not solid and a little bit more stable and a little bit closer to the earth. You can almost feel the roots coming out of the soles of your feet, making you feel grounded and in the here and now, rather than floating up in the ethers a little bit. When we tend to be occupied with our mind, we tend to be up there and not down here. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in and exhale. Now you can do this Tadasana standing mountain pose whenever you're waiting in line at the checkout. Obviously you don't have to use a yoga block, but you can just stand in Tadasana, put both of your hands on your shopping cart, plant both feet firmly planted to the ground, and just practice this. Practice your good posture. Practice this feeling of feeling grounded, and it is so magnificent. It's something we're not used to doing. We usually shift from one hip to the other hip, and we're not used to being with the feet flat on the floor and spreading out those toes and just firmly planting yourself to the floor. And now we're going to take our next grounding pose called Malasana, or squatting posture. For Malasana, you'll still need a yoga block, or you can use the assistance of a wall. For Malasana, squatting pose, you want to bring the feet a little wider than hip width apart, and the toes are turning slightly out. Rather than being forward, you just want to bring them out just a little bit. Place your hands to prayer posture, and you're going to bend the knees and sit down into your squatting position, coming all the way down. As you come down into Malasana, you want to make sure the shoulders are rolled down and back. You want your elbows on the inner thighs, gently pressing them out. Lift up through the crown of your head. Often I get the question, should my heels be on the floor or off the floor? Your heels can be off the floor or they can be on the floor. I prefer to have mine, I'm going to bring my feet a little bit wider. I prefer to actually have my heels more flat to the floor. Now, if this proves to be challenging for you, here's where your yoga block comes in. You can set up your yoga block like this, or flat down, and I'll demonstrate. I'm just going to place the block underneath my sitting bones, still maintain the same position, pressing the thighs gently open. And we're going to take some deep cleansing breaths here. Inhale deeply through the belly and exhale completely. Inhale and exhale. Inhale deeply and exhale. Beautiful. You can also practice your Kegels or Mula Bandha as you're holding Malasana, squatting posture. So once you've had enough, you can come out of Malasana by bringing your hands forward to the floor. You want to make sure you have something stable to hold on to in front of you. And something stable could also mean a chair. You can come down into Malasana by holding the top of a chair and pressing down on that chair to lift yourself back up. So to come on up, we're going to press the fingers downward and come into a standing forward bend here. And once you're in your standing forward bend, you can gently and easily roll it up As you're coming out, you can rock your hips gently side to side. And you can also bring your knees upward to release your hips. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey to healing your chakras, starting with Muladhara, the root chakra. For more videos on the chakra journey, please subscribe to my channel below. Share this video with friends, family, and your yoga dog. Please support me on Patreon. I don't get paid for the production and filming of these videos. www.patreon.com/Michelle S. Fondin, and I will see you in the next video.